What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy, Martin Skirsis, for coming through and boosting up the coins. So, today, we have a HBO Def Jam special, folks. We're fixing to relitigate, allegedly, some people might say, we are relitigating, reportedly, on Eddie Hearn's, featuring the Take That, and Skye Nicolson. We know through all the evidence over the years. I went back and drudged up this old classic video I made. Where is it? Oh, I ain't got it on it now. Either way, on my old channel, the YB, we did this already. We already give you, man, the HBO Netflix special. What more do you want? But we're going to do it again. That's what we're going to do. And really, I probably shouldn't touch this. Please, Eddie, man. This is... Oh, come on now, Eddie. You like the banter. You've employed Proper, right? Yeah? Obviously, Proper's cucked himself now. Proper can't say no real bars now, can he? Let's call it a spade. I'm left here with this game on my back with 7k subs. Down bad. Freezing cold. In the yard. You best put me on, man. Put me on. Get some truth bars. Eddie, I'll come spark to the zone and ask the questions the fans want to know. Yeah? What is the... viscosity? Is it viscosity? You know, the the word that describes the levels of liquids or how slippy something is. Viscosity? 100%. We want to know what the viscosity of Skye Nicolson's Panans is saying. That's what the DAZN fans want. Yeah, no, we ain't trying to watch all these bum fights you got on DAZN no more. Unless it's turkey cards, that's the truth. We want a 1 hour special with a YB versus Eddie Hearn's. Bash! Anyway, I've talked too much. Let's get to it. What brought me to this topic again was Oscar de la Coca. He aired out Eddie Hearn's. And it led to some controversy, as you see here in the leaked photo. Oh, that's not the right one. Bash! Here it is. Oscar de la Sniff had to remove this video because Eddie Hearn cabal told him, man, give him the zip. What we also know, there's been a media block on this question. Normally, every time Oscar de la Sniff does a Clapback Thursday, IFL and all the other goobers are there saying, oh man, whoop-de-whoop. Not one person has stuck it on Eddie Hearn, so they know what's up, man. And to be fair to them, a lot of these industry guys, yeah, when they get flown out to these events, they stay in the same hotel room. So really, they don't need to know. They don't need to ask the questions. Obviously, it'd be good for the fans' benefit. But they don't need to ask Eddie Hearn the question. They already know. Yeah? They've already heard the walls thumping. Take it. It's documented. Well documented. There's a whole bag of man in the industry who've been saying this. Yeah? Eddie Hearn's be on the Weinstein Diddy special with Skye, allegedly. Not my opinion. I don't think he is. I think he's square, straight up and down. I think he's faithful and loyal to his wife and 2 kids at home. That's what I believe. That's my base case, folks. I'm just telling you what these horrible people are speculating. This is very malicious, Oscar de la Coca, okay? Very malicious. You shouldn't be doing this, right? Anyway, let's get to the bars from Oscar de la Coca. The leaked, removed bars. Can't no one see before. Can't no one find either. You best believe it.
Lower for you, but it does. Bruh. And that brings me to my next topic. So, Eddie, you made a fool of yourself in the ring in Dallas after the Katie Taylor fight? And the co-founder of Jake Paul's company, Most Valuable Promotions, Nakisa Bidarian, is questioning your erratic behavior.
I think what's really telling is if you go to the Matchroom social media handles, post-fight, they didn't post Katie Taylor. Bruh. They posted the 126 fighter that they have from Skye Nicolson. Bruh. Why are you positioning her against Amanda versus celebrating Katie's massive moment?
Bruh. I think I may know the answer. What? It's no secret Eddie and Skye Nicolson have been linked romantically since 2022. Rumors have been flying throughout the boxing community about them for years. And as I investigate further, it's becoming clear that there's likely some unethical and preferential treatment happening here. Bruh. Here you are in Miami with Skye outside a club. You look mighty uncomfortable walking away from the camera as soon as you saw it. You guys look pretty cozy. Eddie, when you should have been focused on promoting the trilogy between Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, which would likely be the biggest women's fight ever in history, you were focused immediately on setting up your rumored girlfriend to fight Amanda Serrano? You made it too obvious, my man. No wonder you're like, what, 0-16 this year? You're distracted as hell. Eddie, I know you're a trust fund kid and nobody showed you how men are supposed to behave. So here's a few lessons. We don't get our steaks well done.
Oh, come on, bro. Listen, Oscar. I ain't gonna lie. You put some good bars in there. Essentially, you took my bars. That's the truth, man. He watched my video is what happened here. But whatever. We ain't gonna over pennies here. But the truth is, I can't listen to your advice, man. You off the coke. All due respect, Oscar, man. How much La Coke you put up your nose, man? Oh, we need to show you how to be a man. You in drag, bro. Yeah? You really like that. You in drag and you off the... Come on now. That's the last person I'll take advice from, all due respect. Anyway, that video there, as I've talked about earlier, got the removal treatment, which is... I mean, was it Eddie sitting there, spam reporting? Who else was it then? I don't think it was Eddie. You know what these industry guys are like, man. He just picked the phone up, bash, clipped. Anyway, that's that part done. Oscar de la Sniff was referring to these bars. We talked about this in another video, but I'm just going to play the bars quickly from Jake Paul's manager.
And if that made Katie happy, great. I think what's really telling is if you go to the Matchroom social media handles, post-fight, they didn't post Katie Taylor. They posted the 126 fighter that they have from Hearn-Skye Nicolson. That's who they posted. How is that possible? Like, why are you positioning her against Amanda versus celebrating Katie's massive moment? That's a very different philosophy than how we think about it.
And so does any of this, do you think, get in the way of it?
But Errol, do you understand what I'm saying there? Like, how does her promotion not recognize her massive victory on the biggest women's event in history ever? How? But instead you're positioning this fighter who's never sold a ticket in her life, hasn't headlined an event in her life, hasn't fought in her home country once, as...
Well, away we go.
Oh, stop playing with these ads, man. I'm trying to work here. YouTube should have a work option. Yeah, I'm in work mode. I ain't got time to watch a corny ad. Do you know what I mean?
Amanda Serrano next? Like, what am I missing there?
No, I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't check their YouTube channel or their socials afterwards.
My team certainly did.
Okay. And by the way, what happened in the ring was that, that video.
So Ariel, again, his industry plant. Ariel is top shekel industry plant, if you didn't know. Hate to break it to you. Yeah, it's no big... Oh, why do all these cats that are probably like 0.1% of the population, why do they end up everywhere at top? He plant. That's how he ended up there, for sure. Yeah, now he's sleazing into boxing as well to bring his corny perspective. No one ain't trying to hear. That's what I'm not trying to hear. We want to hear it. Ariel, you have access. I get it though. It's one of them. You are cucked. The minute you get into the industry, you can't ask the questions. I want to ask Calla Sowland, what is your budget for La Coca per month? Legitimately, these are the questions the fans and the unwatched masses want to hear. We don't want to hear... Come on now. We don't want to hear about, oh, KSI is fighting this bum here or that bum there. We want to know how much blow Calla Snifferland puts up his nose on a monthly or yearly recurring basis. That's intriguing, new, fresh. Bash. Yeah, put us man on. We want to know where you're securing that primo old school 1980s Pablo I'm fresh 100% pure Escobar La Coca from. Give us the put us man on, man. The streets are thirsty out here. We trying to party like it's 1984. Anyway. So you heard that from... Who was that? That was Jake Paul's manager. Now we got another industry head here.
The other thing now, Rick
Oscar de la
Hoya has exposed some of Eddie Hearn's business by saying that Eddie Hearn is favouring a fighter, Skye Nicolson, because he's having an affair with her on his clapback Thursdays. What do you think of that?
Well, it's the truth. Everybody knows it. I mean, it's been out there for a long time. I don't know if Oscar just found out about it or what, or if Eddie pissed him off or what, but it's been out there for a while. I mean, it's not a secret.
Yeah, but isn't that going a bit too far between businesses of boxing with promoters?
No, nothing goes too far. That's the way the business is. Believe me, if Eddie had something bad on fucking an Oscar, he'd do the same fucking thing. Believe me, that's just the way it works.
Okay, you're right about that. Eddie Hearn has no respect for Oscar when it comes to both of those guys, because even Eddie Hearn will say, look at him, he takes cocaine, yeah, you know, he's with this, he's doing that. He tries to expose him as well in other ways where he goes low.
Right.
But this is something that the social media is like, I don't know if everybody's trying to keep quiet about it. It was something people heard about before, that Eddie Hearn is actually, that's his side piece or his side chick. His bit on the side is Skye Nicolson.
Well, let me tell you one thing. Eddie Hearn's got a lot of money. He can get a better side chick than that. Jesus Christ. Whew. Talk about bad taste in women. Woo.
Anyway, let's come on, Rick. Now you playing with it, bro. Yeah, if you weren't top Shaquille, you wouldn't get no nans either. That's the truth, man. You'd be flying them in. You went to Epstein's Island. That's where you was at. Playing. Yeah, Rick, if you discount Epstein's Island, you weren't getting no Penans neither, right? Stop playing with me, man. You talk too much. You play too much, rather. Nah, I'm messing. Listen. So these are all industry guys. I'm giving you, building a narrative here. And why is that relevant? They're there. Yeah, that's man, aren't there? We might see little clips like this, which is a good segue, actually. This is the leaked video that was referenced also in Oscar's thing. I've played it before, but again, this is a HBO special. Put me on Netflix. What I need to do. Here we go. Not that about it. Bash. So Eddie Hearn, give me the context here. Eddie Hearn. You can see here. Let me zoom in. Maybe I should play the video first. Either way, Eddie Hearn, at this point, is posted there. Let's zoom in for you, man. Actually, even more. Make sure you, man, see the full leak. You best believe it. Here we go. So you see Eddie Hearn. He's posted up here, yeah? Just chilling. And if I zoom in another second in the frame, look, he ain't noticed the camera's there. His here, yeah? And Skye is just behind him next to the car. You can't see her. And Eddie Hearn is there, chewing her ear off. Yeah, look. So the Connor's clocked the camera. Eddie's still nattering. Eddie ain't seen or felt the vibe has been hotted up yet. Now he's clocked. She's like, oops. Anyway, I'll play the video now. Now I'll zoom out again. So you can get the full context. You best believe it. Come on, man. Bash. Sorted. Okay, so we'll do it again from the jump.
Hey, Connor, Ben, what'd you think about the first boxer event?
Yeah, no, it was good, man. Yeah, it was good. What's happening, mate?
Are you
right? Yeah, I'm
sir,
good.
sir.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, it was good, mate. It was blinding. Had a few faces in there, a few celebs. Good night of boxing, a few stoppages, a few knockouts. It's good.
Rigondeaux still, looking.
You still give people trouble.
Now I want you to focus. So you've seen it there. No one walks off like it was really weird. Yeah, at this point when the camera, you don't know the camera's there, he's chewing her ear off like you wouldn't believe. He's posted up on the railing. He wasn't fixing to walk away. Yeah, the camera shows up.
Connor, Ben, what'd you think about the first boxer event?
Yeah, no, it was good, man. Yeah.
He sees the camera.
Are you right?
Sir.
Nice to meet you.
Now, what this doesn't show, obviously, this isn't something that Eddie Hearn's missus can bring up in court. But what it does show is, in my opinion, allegedly, not in my opinion, in some people's opinions, allegedly, some people might think this shows it's like a guilt of conscience. When you know you're doing something wrong. For example, let's say, I've never seen Eddie Hearn move away from Katie Taylor when the camera gets there. Normally, Eddie Hearn's like, hey, Katie, get in the camera with me because I've got more clout than you. So it's like, I'll drag you up to my level. Right? That's what he's normally doing. So when the camera comes around, you'd think if it was completely innocent and you weren't trying to hide nothing, he'd be like, hey, what's there to be putting your head down and... The problem with Eddie is silver spooned. He think he's slick. He don't got game like that. The true game would be, I'll just style it out. Hey man, what's going on? Yeah, this is my ting. This is my New York, Miami ting. At home, I got another ting. That's the main ting there, the wifey ting. People, we out of state, we out of town, we OT. This is the OT ting, man. Yeah, that's how he should have played it. Just bossed up on the railing, like. Yeah, put his shades on. Eddie, wear your shades, man. Yeah. You need your shades. This is the time to pull the shades out. Pull them shades out, bash, post up on the railing and just rock it out. That's what he should have done if he had game. He don't got no game. He knows. That's what happened to him. He started choking inside, thinking about all the allegations that were coming. Didn't know how to style it out. Yeah? We're going to get to this point in a minute, but I want you to bear in mind, Skye, some people think, not my opinion, is a witch, satanic, succubus entity, in some people's opinion. Yeah, because when you're around people and know people, she'll know the deal here, and she's been known the deal here. Whether Eddie Hearn's still married or not, she knows, for whatever reason, he don't want to go public with it. However, as we're going to show throughout this video, she does numerous things that don't support Eddie Hearn's narrative, if that makes sense. And you're going to see it even in this video. Eddie Hearn's clearly skirt out of the frame, and she's still looking spark at him and trying to whisper. That's just even more bait, right? Because if it was nothing weird going on, she'd just shout out. She wouldn't be doing lip words. That hots things up. If you're doing lip words on a camera, it's like, what? We already seen the Dillian White situation with a B sample or something. Eddie Hearn was caught on a hot mic whispering. You only whisper things when it's something off-key going on. Yeah? Whatever she had to say, she didn't need to communicate via eyes. He's just there. Just tell the guy whatever you're thinking to say. Why do you move away, Eddie? Yeah? Someone like Katie Taylor, for example, if Eddie Hearn moved away like that, Katie Taylor would say, what, do I smell or something? If that makes sense, if he's still trying to communicate. If you thought it was odd. Skye clearly feels like it was odd, Eddie Hearn. She's like this. She goes, at one point, I'll show you. She goes, like, can't work out why he's because his guilty conscience. And she, you can say, why wouldn't she be awkward around it? Because she, the succubus, is why. Yeah, she thrives on baiting you up in these situations, and it's Eddie's fault. Well, it's Eddie's fault to some extent. He has limited responsibility. Why? He don't got no game. He don't got no game. It's not his fault, if that makes sense. You either got it or you ain't. He ain't got that game, man, to keep her in check. Bash. You see, you are my Miami Australian ting. Yeah, and you stay in your Miami Australian ting place. And when I'm out here giving it the take it, you keep it on the hush. You don't be posting me on the gram. You don't be posting me my shoes on the gram. You don't be lip syncing. Yeah, all I want to see you doing in Miami in Australia, wherever I'm at, that's not at home with my wife, is taking it. That's the bar that he should have put her onto. But he ain't got that game like that. He ain't. He like just sliming off, man. This guy is 6'6". Have you ever seen a 6'4" dude? He look about 5. He's the same height as Conor Henner, just leaning over. He wants to go into a hole in the ground at this point, man. Look at this guy. Come on now, stop playing, people. Stop playing. Watch again.
Yeah, no, it was good, man. Yeah, it was good. What's happening, mate?
How you doing?
Right? Yeah, I'm
sir.
good.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
nice to meet you. Yeah, it was good. It was blind and had a few faces in there, a few celebs.
So now we're gonna get. So Eddie Hearn just slinked off. I'll zoom in for you. Eddie Hearn has just slinked off for really no reason. Slink off, put your head down and weasel out. To do that, and then seconds later, see the eye contact there? Bah, straight laser. Watch this. Focus now on this eye contact. Why do that for? They've clearly something unsaid is being said here, if that makes sense. Why? Right? If it's Katie Taylor, you just say, hey Katie, whatever we're talking about, we'll carry on talking about. What's all this mysticalness needs to be doing? What's all this mysticism? Watch now. Focus on Skye.
Good night of boxing, a few stoppages, a few knockouts. It's good.
Rigondeaux still, looking, Rigondeaux still.
It's good.
Rigondeaux still.
A few knockouts. It's good.
So wait there. At one point, Eddie Hearn.
Blind and had a few faces in there, a few celebs.
So here's the point. They make eye contact, and Eddie Hearn goes straight down to his phone.
Good night of boxing.
Straight down to his phone, and she's left standing there.
A few stoppages, a few knockouts.
Trying to read.
100%,
man. I'll never believe people. I'll never believe that I've made, or some people have made this all up. No. And I don't think it, to be fair to Eddie, whilst it's banterous, we got some evidence in a minute. He's not married no more. That's the truth. He's not married no more. We've got the leaked photos here. Bash! You got 10 fingers here and there's not a ring on any of them. So he's not even with it like that. So he's not actually being adulterous. Well, he's not at this point. Maybe the cat's out of the bag. And Chloe, his ex-wife, allegedly, is kind of like... She's not exposed it all. Who knows when they actually broke up, though? I don't know. That'll be pure speculation. But what we know for a fact is, this was recently, in the last 6 months. It's been about, to be fair, it's been about 12 months or 2 years that he hasn't had a ring on. So that says a lot. I guess, like Nikita Badarian, who we just listened to, Jake Paul's manager was implying, it's probably more to do with ethics. Yeah? If he's not with his wife anymore, though he hasn't come out and said we're divorced. Either way, it's probably to do with ethics. It is a bad look. But it happens all the time. How many bosses do you know caning the lower things? Men or women? Yeah, there's a whole bag of man who get to take it to try and skirt themselves up the ladder. That is is it unfortunate? I'm not sure. I mean, if it takes two to tango, and that's ultimately, these are two grown adults. I don't have a problem with it. What I have a problem with is, why are you being all... Just say, listen, man, my name Eddie Hearns. I'm worth about 200... My name is Eddie Imar 200 million. Yeah? Oops. Now what? My name is Eddie Silver Spoon. I'm art $200 million net worth. Bash. What do you think I'm going to be doing? You think I'm going to be hanging around there with the ting from Easter's past? What's that saying? Christmas past or something? Yeah? This is 2024, people. We going up. Or down, in fact, mate. We're on a Leonardo DiCaprio type ones. Eddie, put me on as your PR crisis agent. I'll sort all this out for you. Tell him spark straight. What do you think I got $200 million for? To sit there at home hearing all this? No, I'm in Miami. I'm in Australia. Take it. This one, that one. Yeah, those are the bars you put out in this day and age. 100%. Don't try and be, oh, no, I'm not really caning. I'm not really abusing my power. I'm not really abusing my executive power over my underlings. That's not really... It's happening, Eddie, man. You lot, all the rest of them. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it wouldn't be me in certain circles. You don't know until you're there, if that makes sense. All that power, and it's like, oh... Everyone's trying to suck you off. Every minute of the day, you can best believe people are trying to suck Eddie Hearns off, right? We can all agree with that. Every minute of the day. Everyone's just begging for your attention and your time. And it gets to the point where you feel like, oh, these birds begging for my attention and time. Take it. That's what happened here. And also spending a lot of time in them environments. Well, then again, Eddie's been doing this 15 years. Although the women boxers have been quite masculine, if that makes sense. So it's like, this is the first woman he's had who wasn't El Daiko, essentially. Yeah, the first... Wait there, Eddie. The first... I thought... Listen, Chloe no doubt said to Eddie, Eddie, are you telling me you've been working with women boxers for 10 years and it was the first one that wasn't an El Daiko, yeah, that you end up in a... What would you call it? A situationship or a whatever ship? Can't believe it. Chloe going through it, man. Prayers for Chloe. Now we'll move on. YB, this is circumstantial. YB, this is just waffle. Okay. Now we're going to go back to the old evidence. This got leaked. And I was the one to break it, by the way, folks. This evidence here got leaked. And this is why I say... Sorry. This is why some people say that Skye Nicolson is the succubus. I'm going to zoom in now. Oh, I've been zoomed in. Oops. Works out for you, man, nicely. I can't believe that. You've missed all the facials now. Pause. You missed all the facials of the YB. That's annoying. Anyway, here we go. So at this point, you see Skye Nicolson's posted up, and she's trying to be slick with it. She's posted on her Instagram, session 2. In before. I've just realised what she's really saying. Session 2. This chick is truly devious. This is a top level witch, in my opinion. Sorry, in some people's opinion, top level witch. She's not only, so she posted a picture, session 2. Now, the unwashed, low IQ masses will say, oh, YB, she's fixing to go training. Oops. The size 13 Yeti foot Air Jordans. Oh, what YB? There's a random man's shoes in his house, in her house. What does that matter? What does this prove, YB? What are you talking about? Bash! Come on, people, stop playing, man. Stop playing. Those are Eddie Hearn sneaks. Big old sneaks too, with his Yeti foot looking now. Look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Bash! Those are the shoes, folks. Those are the shoes featured, and they're off as well, people. When Eddie Hearn goes to Katie Taylor's house, do you think them shoes come off? No, especially when they're paid. People who are paid don't take their shoes off in your house. They don't. They'll just walk in there and tear all your carpet up. They don't give a fuck like that, right? So this shows a level of respect as well. Because normally, you bet your bottom dollar, if Eddie Hearn goes to some bum's flat, he's not taking his shoes off. He's walking spark in there because he's paid. If that makes sense. Them shoes are brand spanking new. He ain't got the dirty shoes that we all wear for a year straight. Worn out looking. Dirty on the bottom. These are brand spanking new Air Jordans, people. And she knew what she was doing. And this session 2 thing, again, is an indirect. This is an indirect to Eddie Hearn's missus. Saying, session 2. Session 2 with your man's boots taken off. What would a man, what would a promoter need to take his boots off for? The only thing I need to take my boots off for is if the trousers are coming off too, right? How cozy do you need to be at one of your fighters' houses? I mean, I'm just popping in for a coffee or whatever, alright? Normally you'd go out for a coffee. Make it make sense, people. So session 2 was actually the take it, take that, take it. That's what it was, allegedly. Some people might think, not my opinion. Do I think Eddie Hearn took his shoes off to give her the willy? I don't. Do I think Eddie Hearn took his shoes off to give her the Weinstein special? I do not. It's my opinion, but some people might think that. And this is why I tell you she's devious, because she knows what she's doing, essentially, people. She knew what that meant. There's no way she didn't know his big-ass Yeti foot shoes was in the bottom of the cut. And the implications of that. With, at the time, suspected married man. That said, it's not Eddie's. Well, again, we can litigate whose fault it is. It's his fault, ultimately. He's a man. And he ain't handled his business right. She didn't know what time it was. Then again, the Succubus are very crafty. The Succubus. Let me show you what a Succubus. Because you man, a lot of you man are the unwashed masses. You don't really know the game like that. I'm going to put you man on. Succubus. Succubus. Here we go. A Succubus is a female demon or supernatural entity in folklores who appears in dreams to seduce men, usually through the Panans. Yeah? Busted. So she sucked this guy in, then she tearing his life up. Again, it's obviously he's got responsibility. I'm not blaming the woman, but I mean, they both got responsibility here. I don't think Eddie's married anyway, so it's not really a big deal. He should just come out and own it. Like I said, put me on your PR team, Eddie. We'll get it all knocked out, no problem. We'll get you on Andrew Tate's podcast and you can just do one of them ones. Yeah? What Eddie needs to focus on doing, though, is keeping Skye in pocket until he's ready to come out and tell it all to the world. Why is she moving like this? We've got another photo here. Eddie's at dinner. She's posted it on Instagram. Eddie's sitting there like, what are you doing? Hotting me up. And to be fair, he looks like he's in a trance, if I'm honest. Top level Succubus, this one. Top level Succubus. Look at this guy. He looks in trance to me. He don't look happy, does he? Which is odd. Oh, I'm out here with, I'm knocking on 55-year-old. Or however, is he 55? He's knocking on 60, I think, Eddie, now. Eddie Hearn, age. Oh, he's only 45. Damn. He's been working too hard, man. He don't look bad, but I'd put him nearer 50 if I'm honest. For the type of life he's had, he should be looking like 35. Anyway, this guy here is enchanted by the Succubus. He's not happy, he's not sad, he's just like, Monging. She's got him in a monging trance. And I wouldn't be surprised when the divorce goes through. Obviously, Eddie Hearn's ex-missus there'll be some legal dispute and they'll go through his bank records. It wasn't long after this picture was taken, people, that allegedly Skye would have been raiding his Cash App. Yeah? Eddie's like, she's like, send me 50 bags on Cash App. He's like, no. Look at this guy, man. Come on, people, man. Free Eddie Hearn's. This is like the Britney Spears one. Britney Spears had her head cooked by the top cabal. He got his head cooked by the succubus. They're both slippery. Whatever entity you're talking about here. Yeah, the cabal or the succubus, they're very slippery. The witches, they're slippery and they'll just get in there. And Eddie can't, what can Eddie do? He's got people deleting videos, he's not talking about it, no one's questioning him about it. He's keeping it all hushed up. There's something bigger going on here, in my opinion. She might have been a plant. Yeah, she might have been a plant put there to get Eddie into this state where he's just like, That's why his Matchroom's falling apart, people. When was the last big signing Matchroom made? Realistically, it was about the time 2 years ago that she came on the scene. Matchroom's down bad. Frank Warren's absorbing all of the good ones. Name me one talent Eddie Hearn's got. Up and coming. Name me one. There's none. And he had the AJ blueprint, if that makes sense. It's like when Floyd Mayweather was popping. Everyone wanted to be with PBC or Mayweather Promotions kind of thing. Eddie Hearn had AJ. He should have been all them kind of cats. Who's Frank Warren had? Frank Warren took Fury, but he didn't really build Fury from the jump, right? Eddie Hearn had the whole narrative of, I can build you into AJ. What happened to that, man? Oh. Skye the succubus happened to that. Some people are saying. Anyway. Is that all to talk about today, folks? I think it is. We've done Oscar. We've done that one. We've done that one. Yeah, it's it, people. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, lick off the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one, people. Stop it.